I'll renew my Netflix when they do Witcher, the second Witcher.
There we go, people. Anybody's here? Hello, hello. I highly doubt you.
What's up, people?
Welcome to the jungle.
Don't get Tina copyrighted, Tim.
Meh.
So how are you this morning, Tina? Not that
I'm
I
here.
didn't. Not that I didn't just ask you that like a half an hour ago, but we're live now, so I figured I'd ask again.
Feeling like crud, but I'm here.
Yeah. I actually slept a lot off and on last night, so hey, look, I just got the notification that you went live.
Yeah, I did too.
Tina, do you know you're live?
Figment of everybody's imagination.
Well, everybody, we all need medication then.
I hope it's good medication.
Don't nobody want me in their imagination, trust me. The world doesn't know what to do with me. Oh, it's too bright in my room. I do not like the brightness. I tried scooting over there and grabbing the sheet that covers the window with the grabber and pulling it over, and the cat went running over and put it back like as soon as I moved. I'm like, okay then. Marty came over and gave me more loves this morning. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
Marty's been paying a whole lots of attention to you of late.
I know. It's very strange. Makes me wonder what she's doing when I'm sleeping. She was trying to get the cats in the room to play with her under the door. They were having none of it. It's very weird. They're very strange cats. Most cats are very curious. So if they know there's a cat on the other side of the door and there's like a 2-inch gap, they would normally be over there playing footsie, or at least meowing or hissing at each other. These cats are nowhere near this door. I'm like, now I haven't even seen them. I haven't gone in there at all, so I don't know, because I don't know their personalities, so I don't know if they'll try and get out. Morning, Tina. Tina B in the house. I have to back out of that room because of the door jamb being a little high.
Yeah.
I can go in the room forward, but to get out of the room, I have to go backwards. And I don't know if they'll bolt out the door or whatever, you know what I mean? So I haven't gone in there.
Tina, how are you?
So I don't even know what color kitties they are or anything. But Marty was trying to hurt us. She was over by the door doing the little trilly sound and sticking her paws under there and nothing. I'm good, Tina B. Hanging in there.
Just still kind of recovering.
Still trying to get my craft room set up. Right now that's on hold because we are cat sitting for my son's friend. Well, he is cat sitting for his friend.
It is kind of a bright morning. We're expecting some sprinkles today from what I've seen.
It's overcast today, and it seems that whenever it's overcast, it's more bright than when the sun is out. Makes no sense.
Good morning, Ted.
Good morning, Ted. So, but the Church of Budweiser hasn't started up yet, so I guess my neighbors are sleeping in.
Oh, it might be late services.
Yeah, late services today. It's from all the partying they did last night.
Yeah, she's getting closer.
I'm getting closer. I have a lot of stuff in there already. My tables are set up. I do have to move some around, but my tables are set up. I have some more supplies to bring in there, and then I'll be good to go. But it's slow.
We got to figure you out a footstool of some sort so you can keep your one good leg propped up so it doesn't swell.
Yeah. Probably what I'll probably do is bring a tote in. That's what I did when I had the swelling before. Is I had a tote under my table, and I kept my leg propped up on I had a tote and an old pillow, so I can pull up a blanket or something.
Good morning, Jennifer.
Good morning, Jennifer. I cannot use a towel, however. I found out that using a towel is bad.
Good morning, Harry.
Morning, Harry. When I had the towel over the whole thing, it dried out my heel so bad that my heel cracked like right across, and it was really deep. The doctors thought it was bone deep. It was not. But it was really deep, and I didn't even realize it because of the numbness until I walked into my bathroom, and I came back out of my bathroom, and there was little blood footprints going in. I'm like, what the hell? And I looked at the bottom of my foot, and there was just one crack all the way across the bottom of my foot. I'm like, oh. And it was because the terry cloth it basically dehydrated my foot. It dried out my foot.
Let's not do that no more. Ew.
Yeah, so no towel. I put a blanket over it, but no towel.
Ew, ew, ew.
Yeah. Yeah, it was not good.
Listen, let's not do that again. Ew.
No. So, but yeah, I'll haul something in there. I mean, I have stuff that's in, I'm going to have to haul stuff in there that's in tote supplies and stuff. So, yeah. But I'm getting there.
Yeah, Tim likes the rafters. He thinks he's part orangutan or something.
It's a process, but I'm getting there. It keeps getting delayed, but I will get there.
Yeah, Tina, it's supposed to be kind of rainy here for the next 4 days too.
I don't know what our weather's supposed to be like. It doesn't really affect me at all, unless it's a Friday. Let me see what's supposed to happen here. Let's see what was supposed to be going on around here.
I don't have any doctor's appointments immediately coming up, so I'm good.
Well, it's supposed to be cloudy today. Ooh, we have thunderstorms scheduled for tomorrow and Tuesday. And then rain on Wednesday. Cloudy Thursday, bright sunny Friday. Yes. Be able to get a grocery delivery. And then clouds again on Saturday and Sunday. But today it's just supposed to be cloudy. High is supposed to be in the 80s.
It's only supposed to get to around 77 here today, I think.
What's funny is it says the high is supposed to be 80, low 65. Right now it's 65. Humidity 86%.
Hoofed.
No. But it's on the little picture, it says high is supposed to be 80, right?
Yeah.
But on the little scale chart thing that is for like all the times of the day for today, it gives a high of 78 around 5 p.m. Between 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. So it's supposed to be 78 degrees. So how do they figure the high is 80? Did they round it up? I mean, is that how the weather works?
I don't know. Maybe you get a high overnight.
Weirdos. But anyway, between 78 and 80 today.
Just don't drop anything on her, Tim.
Yeah, I got that.
You have a great day.
Bye, Harry.
Oh, a pedal tractor in his sights. Awesome.
Ooh. Go get it. Get it. One of my neighbors just started mowing the lawn. Hopefully it's not going to come near my window today. I mean, I appreciate that my neighbor mows my lawn, and he does it for free, which is sweet of him. Because apparently everybody in the neighborhood knows, one, I can't do it, and two, my son is lazy shit. So
Speaking of which, did he get the garbage out Wednesday on time?
Nope. It's probably still sitting in that room. Like I said, if the cats rip it open, I'm not cleaning it up. Because I get it out of my room and into that room, and then he's supposed to pull it and either move it to the kitchen so that when he does the garbage run, he just takes it all at once, which I'm not really happy about. I don't like garbage sitting in the house, or he's supposed to take it outside. And when I took the bag out a few days ago, and it was still sitting, the one from last week was still sitting in there.
Ay, ay.
In a spot that he walks right past when he goes out the door, right there.
Oh, for the love of Pete.
I know.
It's almost like you gotta staple a notice to their foreheads, take the trash out.
Yeah. Mm.
Because I know sometimes I gotta do that to my son. It's like, dude, take the bloody trash out. You can see it's climbing out of the barrel. Hello.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and
oh, you're getting to go on the bike with hubby. Oh, bless you.
nice.
I miss that. I couldn't get on one now if I wanted to, though. My legs don't let me do it.
Nope. That's sweet though. I had a few people that used to take me for rides on their bikes.
We used to have one. I miss it.
Sorry, go ahead.
We used to ride.
Yeah.
With friends.
My uncle had a Honda Goldwing 1000. Back in the day, I was 9 years old when he got that bike. And he had this friend named Bob. Yeah, it was his actual name. And being 9 years old, and this guy like being a goofball, he would always tease me about random shit, right?
Yeah. So
my uncle was like, well, he's like my brother, so he's your uncle too. And I was like, yeah, my Uncle Blob. Because I have always been a sarcastic little fuck.
Right.
So, but the name stuck, and I called him that, and he thought it was hysterical. And he ended up, it was, what was it, 1978? Yeah, 1978. And he got a brand new Camaro. He got a 1978 Camaro. Uncle Blob did. And my uncle got his Honda Goldwing 1000. And Uncle Bob had his Camaro painted powder blue.
Oof.
It was gorgeous. This gorgeous car.
I love baby powder blue.
Oh. And my uncle had his bike painted the same exact color. Because they used to go on fishing trips and camping trips and shit like that. And that way everyone would know that those two vehicles were together and it was easy for them to spot on the road. All they had to do was look for that color,
Yeah.
And it was cool because whenever they showed up anywhere, it was like twins type thing. It was like, you don't mess with these people. And when my uncle showed up at my house with that bike, I will run out because I'm 9 years old. I'm fascinated. I'm like, ooh, cool,
Mm-hmm.
And it had the hard case saddlebags on it and everything. And my mother goes running out there and goes, no. Because I was like, and she went, no. And I'm like, oh. And he's like looking at me and I'm like, I want to go for a ride. He goes, okay, get on. And my mom's like, hell no. I said no. And I'm like, yes. She practically tried to physically drag me off the bike. My dad came out and grabbed onto her. He's like, nothing's going to happen to her. They're just going to go, down the street or whatever. And my uncle's like, yeah, I won't take her on too long a ride. And my mother's like, she's a child. She shouldn't be on that. And I'm like, and it was my uncle, he gave me the helmet and everything. I'm like, boom. I'm like, yeah, I'm so cool. Now I'm on a bike. I was giddy. My uncle was like, hold on real tight, And of course, all I can smell is leather because my uncle's wearing a leather jacket.
Uh-huh.
And because I was like, thump to my uncle, And he was like, all right, you need to lean with me when I go around turns and stuff like that. He goes, other than that, just hold on. I'm like, okay. So I mean, it was really scary the first time I was on the bike and he took a turn. He wasn't going that fast. For me,
Right.
it felt like my first bike, it felt like we were going like 90 miles an hour. I was just like, whoa. But he was actually probably only going about 35, if that. But he took the turn and I was like, I went right with him. I didn't even hesitate. There was no counter, I'm falling, nothing.
Yeah.
I just held on to him and went right with it. He told my dad, he's like, I have never seen anybody that was more of a natural riding a bike. I mean, not, physically controlling it, but riding on it.
Uh-huh.
And my mother was like, my heart can't take it. She can't get on that thing again.
Oh.
So, yeah, I didn't get too
Have
many
to
rides
do it
on
when
the
she's
bike.
not home, right? She's out doing the shopping.
Yeah. Well, it was her brother, so she always knew when he was going to show up. But I didn't get too many rides on the bike because of my mother. But then my uncle crashed it, and they had an accident in it, and I was never allowed on it again.
Well, that sucked.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't his fault. He was on a road, and it was like a really steep hill, and some people on the street were having a party, so the cars on both sides of the street lined up. So he was actually going really slow because he was worried that like a kid was going to run out between cars or something. He didn't know, what kind of gathering it was.
Yeah.
So they were very cautious going up the hill. Now he had my aunt on the bike with him, and she's an itty bitty little thing. Watching the two of them together was so funny because my uncle was 6'5", and my aunt was 5'1".
Oh.
Yeah.
Sensory disorder.
Yeah.
I understand that, Tina.
Yeah, I can understand that too. So they're going up this hill, and a puppy ran out from under a car. So my uncle dumped the bike. There was no choice. It was either hit the puppy or dump the bike, and he dumped the bike. And my aunt got, because she was so tiny in between the saddlebag things that were on the bike, and my uncle being so big, the bike didn't hit completely. So she was so small that she was left almost immediately, but it pulled some tendons in her leg.
Yeah.
So she had to wear a leg brace for like 6 months. But my uncle, the weight of the bike caught him and dragged him all the way back down the street. And it was a very long slide. And
He had some serious road rash.
Yeah, it ended up breaking his leather got torn to shreds. If he had not had the leather on, he probably would have lost his arm.
Mm.
Because he had really bad road rash on like his arm and part of his back and his leg. He had chaps on too at the time, which are even tougher leather usually than the jackets. So the road rash on his leg wasn't too bad. It was mostly on his upper thigh.
Yeah.
And he had a sprained ankle. So, but even though the accident, it was almost like a controlled accident because he dumped the bike on purpose. But my mom was like, "You're never getting on that thing. It's a death machine." Blah blah. I'm like, well, shit. Because accident or not, I wanted to get on there,
Well, yeah.
My aunt couldn't handle the bike after that either. She
tripped her out.
Yeah, her brain just went all freaky, and she was like, "I'm not getting on that thing again." So my uncle had it repaired, and he got on it. He rode it a couple more times, but because my aunt kept freaking out so bad, even though she wasn't on it, he ended up selling it and got a big ass truck.
That worked.
Big truck. I'm like, holy crap! Compensating much? But the best thing out of that truck is he got a horn that played all different kind of tunes. So he could pull up somewhere and dun 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 dun. Like, if someone was fucking with him when he was in the truck, he could play that. Or the Dukes of Hazzard, he could play the Dukes of Hazzard thing too, and just all different kind of tunes. It was pretty cool. And when he died, he still had a big truck. He had a big old red pickup truck, which my aunt probably sold. Yeah, and then my oldest daughter's father, he had a dirt bike. So I used to, there's another reason I failed my English class. I used to, after I realized the teacher wasn't teaching, I used to skip English class because it was my second class. I had English and then I had study hall, one of my last two classes of the day. So I also worked in the office to get extra points. And so I wrote my own dismissals. My own early dismissal notes. So I'd leave. Because we have, it was the weirdest thing. We'd have English, and then we'd get the bell, and we'd go to lunch, and then we'd have to come back to English. It's like our English class was split in half.
Oh, yeah?
So I'd be in English for the first period of class because Stephen also had class up to that point, but then he was done with school for the day. And so I'd hand my teacher the dismissal note on my way out the door, and he'd be like, yeah, whatever. And he'd just toss it on his desk, and I'd be gone. On that dirt bike, we'd be gone. Hell yeah. He had a lot of fun on those days. And very naughty. Totally worth it. Wouldn't not change a damn thing.
Imagine that.
Shocking, right? But
Nah.
he
I
wore a
never
leather
worked in the
jacket.
school office. And I decided I never worked in the school office, but when I decided I was ready to leave, I just left. Fuck it.
Well, I worked in the school office and I worked for the janitor. Because they were ways of getting like an extra credit towards graduation, just in case. It probably saved my ass because I graduated by the skin of my freaking teeth, man. And if I hadn't had those
was
extra
a high
credits,
school dropout.
if I had not had those extra credits, I would not even be here right now because my mother would have murdered me. Just saying.
But I did get my GED.
Yeah.
And I did very, very well on my GED.
Yeah.
Because I'm a smart child. Really was. I would pass classes with and complete work. Didn't really have to crack a book in order to complete my assignments.
Mm-hmm.
I absorbed it. Now it's different. You know, I actually have to study because when I took some college classes, it's like, yeah, I really need to do this.
Yeah. Well, what's strange, I mean, like with my English teacher and doing a correspondence course because the English teacher was a douchebag, I learned faster and understood it better by learning on my own, just reading the work and then doing like the quizzes and then, you know, all that. I learned it and absorbed it myself better than having somebody lecture at me. I've never been good at having someone lecture at me, you know? Yeah. I have to either, I mean, like with tutorials. I used to do Paint Shop Pro tutorials, reading them, you know, and following them, and I could do fine. But if I had somebody physically just standing there explaining it, I'm like, what? Where is that?
I mean, I'm good with hands-on and visual.
Yeah. I was good at writing them too. I could take, because my friend in England, my friend Nikki, she was very young at the time. When we met in the chat room, when she popped into our chat room, she was only 16.
Yeah.
And so she was kind of squirrel every 20 minutes, you know.
I resonate with that one, okay? Shiny.
Shiny, yep. But she loved the signature tags. Loved them. So she wanted to make them. Because she was always after me. It's not my birthday yet, but can you make me a tag? You know, yes, Nikki, I'll make you a tag. I made that girl more signature tags than anybody else. And I finally told her, I was like, why don't you learn to make them? Because then you can make them how you want them, you know? Because she would just tell me what she wanted on it, usually a fairy. Because her screen name that she used the most was Fairy Moon Goddess.
Yeah.
She's my favorite Brit Fae. And she's like, okay. So I actually opened up like a AOL group type thing so that I could talk to more than one person at a time and it wasn't public, so the people would be in there just being dicks. And there were actually a few of the people in my group that wanted to learn to make them. So I was like, okay. So I was doing that and I give them links to tutorials and most of them followed it pretty well, except Nikki.
Yeah.
She had a problem comprehension problem. So, and a lot of the tutorials didn't have pictures that went along with what you were doing or where the thing was in the program that you're supposed to click to get a certain effect or whatever, right?
Right.
So she was like, I just don't understand where I'm supposed to be and what I'm supposed to be doing. So I was like, okay, like give me a few minutes. I was like, hold on. So I would go through the whole tutorial and I would rewrite it with screenshots of every step. Pain in the fucking ass that was. But then she would understand it because she could see where in the program she was supposed to go.
Yep.
To do what she was supposed to do to get that effect or whatever.
See, that's me. I got to have the visual.
Yeah. Well, that helps me with in reading magazines, they give pictures, step-by-step pictures.
Uh-huh.
And that's what gave me the idea that, maybe if I do step-by-step pictures, she'll understand it better. And she did. But then she was like, this is too much work. Can you just make me the tag? And I'm like, fuck. Yes, Nikki, I'll make you the tag.
Because when I'm learning a new crochet stitch, and I'm learning it I cannot do it from a pattern. I have to watch it from a tutorial. If somebody says, oh, there's this cool pattern, those, and I see the pattern, I'm going, I can't do it from the pattern. I mean, I can read it, but trying to manipulate it with my hook and my hands, I can't do it. But if I watch and do it as they're doing it, I'm fine. I can manipulate it that way.
Yeah.
But to do it from paper, not happening.
Well, I like the beading magazines because they do a shot, or it's not really a picture, it's like a drawing, of each step. And they color the beads, which where you're supposed to go in order and all that. And that works for me, There's not really any beading stitches that I haven't done, so I hate herringbone stitch. Hate it. It doesn't like me at all. But I love peyote stitch. I love it. I would just want to make a big sheet of peyote stitch just so I can touch it.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool. It feels like snakeskin almost. I'm a very textile person. I like the feel of it. But I can work those from a pattern without having the step-by-steps because I've done the peyote stitch so many times that I can just get patterns and make it, But when I first started learning how to do it, I needed to see each step.
Well, of course.
Yeah. So the ones that get me are the macrame knots, all the different. I have a book of macrame knots and Chinese knots. And I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, just glancing through it, I was like, I don't know about this. But, I mean, if I sat and actually looked at it and worked it through myself, I'd be able to do it.
Yeah.
Because I figured with my jewelry, doing different knots with beads would, be good. I just figured it would enhance my work. It would be something different. So I started getting knotting books. So they're expensive. They're expensive as hell, though.
Well, anything that's worth doing is expensive.
Yeah, I got a ton of polymer clay books, and there's a crap ton of polymer clay websites, and I mean, there's websites for everything. Anything that you can think that you want to make, you can find a website on how to do it, or
Most likely,
or on the YouTubes, I mean, like both Beaducation and beadshop.com both have YouTube channels, and they both do tutorials on different jewelry items, how to make things, all of that. So
I was just like, there are so many uh, people on the YouTube,
yep.
that
And
for the crochet and
yep.
knitting and papering. There's for scrapbooking. And,
Speaking of Harleys,
just anything. You name it, they're out there.
And what's really cool is that this era, we'll call it an era, this era is so free with information on how to do things. Because it used to be artists would hold everything they do and how they do it close, and they wouldn't let anybody know.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want people stealing their ideas. And, it's like everything is so free now, that I like it. I've never liked that keeping things a secret. I don't want you to learn my technique because you'll steal it thing.
Yeah, now it's here, take this and make it your own. Try it, change it up.
I've done that with people on the Beaducation site. They'll make something like really cool, and I'll put in the comments, I'm like, I'm going to steal this idea, right? And there's like a ton of other people that are doing it, and the original artist is like, go for it, just change it up a little bit. And we're like, well, duh, But yeah, I mean, there are so many creative people in the world, and I think it's awesome because the world is turning into an ugly place, and we need more beauty in it.
That is for sure.
Yeah.
There's so much hate. My
torch is calling to me, Tina. I can hear it from the other room, and it's not the damn cats with their bells.
Do they wear bells? Do they?
I don't know if they wear bells or if they have a toy with a bell, but I keep hearing a bell in there.
They might have collars with bells.
They could. I don't know. I haven't been in there. It's possible. I don't hear it all the time, though. So, unless those cats are really lazy and don't move much.
Sissy just doesn't move much.
All I know is they better not wreck my stuff. Because I do have some of my things in there, and I don't want them peed on. I don't want them sprayed, because I don't know if these are male cats or female cats, if they're fixed or whatever. I don't know anything about them, except that they're in my house. So.
They could be just, very lazy putty cats, just like fat girl over here.
And I really hope they don't have fleas, because if they do, they're going to be all over my cat's cat tree, and that will piss me off. So.
You'll be in there sprinkling the diatomaceous earth or however you call it. I can't say the word.
Diatomaceous. Diatomaceous. Whatever.
You say it all the time. I can't.
I know. Yeah, I'll be throwing that shit all over the room. And be like, whoa.
Right?
My mom will come in and go, how did all this dirt get in here? I just cleaned it. I don't know, Mom.
Hello to those that just came in, hanging out in the rafters. Haven't had a say hi.
What up, people? All right, I got to mute because I got to pack cigarettes. Sorry.
Not a problem.
I don't think everybody wants to hear that.
But no, we've just been hanging out around here to the house and not doing a whole lot. Been watching a lot of TV, resting. I've been binge watching just whatever I can find that catches my interest. Right now I'm watching the 3% on Netflix. I think I'm on season 3. It's only got 4 seasons on it, but it's not bad for being dubbed. So, I don't know what language it was in originally, but it's not bad. I like to watch TV. I'm a TV and movie nerd. I know. Cody likes to read.
I love to read. Well, I'm a movie girl too. I mean, there are some movies I've watched way too much because I can quote them, and and there's always an occasion for the quote. So
Yeah. Neo Maxi Zoom Dweeby.
what?
Neo Maxi Zoom Dweeby.
Uh,
That's from the Breakfast Club.
You know, I wanted Judd Nelson's boots from that movie and his jacket.
Right?
I did.
I just wanted Jed Nelson.
Well, that too, but yeah, that broody, bad boy, freaking, oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep, absolutely.
Always.
I end up wearing more of this tobacco than goes in the damn cigarettes. But,
We need to get a thing that you can clip onto the table and onto your shirt so that when you're tapping your cigarettes, it collects in there and then you can put it back into the bag. That way it doesn't get wasted.
well, I mean, it's just little teeny itty bitty pieces that it's actually like tobacco dust. It's nothing that would be good for rolling. But yeah, I don't do poetry. I don't really get into poetry. I read erotica. A lot of erotica. I have no life, okay?
I've got books and stacked up everywhere, and I've got VHS and DVDs stacked up everywhere.
I used to have a crap ton of books. One of the months in North Carolina, but my people I lived with were running into some problems, so I ended up giving them more rent than what they asked for, and I paid for a bunch of food. So I was running low on funds, so I went to a used bookstore that was right near the storage facility, and I sold a ton of my books so that I had money for me,
Yeah.
So I have one box of books. It's a big box, but I have one box of books. And what's left of my Sherilyn Kenyon collection, and I think I have J.R. Ward books in there. Again, erotica. My books have to have really good sex scenes in them, or I get bored. I'm not going to lie about it, you know what I mean?
Ain't no reason to.
No. My latest one is The Aliens.
You still reading the Aliens?
Yeah, there's a lot of them. Matter of fact, one of the authors I was following, remember how I said I hate getting to a certain point and then it's like, will be released?
Yeah.
I'm like, no. Yeah, one of the authors, I just got a notification in my email today that they the next book in one of our series has got released. I was like, yes, pink. I didn't read it yet because I would have gotten too involved and I would have missed your live. So
Imagine that.
So I'm waiting. The anticipation is killing me. But that's one of the ones that actually has a story. I mean, I do read some stuff that's pretty smutty. I love smut.
There's nothing wrong with smut.
See, some people watch porn. I read it.
I've watched it. I've read it. I prefer reading it.
Yeah, me too. Watching it didn't really push my buttons, you know what I mean? Usually the person I was watching it with ended up pushing my buttons, but
Yeah.
the visuals itself didn't really do much for me. I have a better imagination, so
Right.
see now everybody's dealing with my tapping because I wanted to talk, couldn't help it. So this is Cody doing her woodpecker impersonation. Right? I like reading smut. Smut is good. Besides, if you have a partner and you read smut, that partner is getting a really good sex life.
Exactly.
Or if you have a partner that has not an adventurous bone in his body and sex is just mundane, you can live your fantasies through books. Either way, smut's healthy.
It could, while your mundane is going on, you got your mind going.
Yeah. You just wait until Mr. or Mrs. Mundane leaves the house, and then you can read and do whatever you like. I have to admit, I've never had Mundane, but
Mundane. That would be 10 toes up, 10 toes down.
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no. No. No, I have to find out if they're a freak before they move in with me, because if they're not freaky or willing to be freaky, they're not moving in. Because they won't be able to handle me.
Right, Tina? Old. That gets old real fast.
It does. It absolutely does. I mean, it's not just, guys that.
Women.
Yep.
There are some that are strictly missionary. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, and then they wonder why their man cheats on them, which their man shouldn't cheat on them. He should just end whatever relationship he's in with them and move on, Because although sex is not the whole of your relationship, it is a major part. And if it's not working, the rest of your relationship is going to go all to crap. You have to have that connection with the person you're with, and if the other person is refusing that, then why are you in a relationship? Doesn't make any sense to me. Cheating doesn't make any sense to me. Never has. I don't.
Oh, there are some that do. Trust me. Hello.
Oh yeah, there are. Yeah. And there are some that you can inspire to have an imagination.
Hello, Gracie May.
Hello.
My daughter just walked in.
Hi.
Hello. There's the link in case anybody decides they want to pop in.
You ever gonna turn your camera on, woman?
Maybe, I don't know.
Leave me show my ugly face on camera all by myself. You need to come on here and beautify up the place.
Yeah, right.
What?
Papa has a verbal. Yeah, he has a verbal. Here's pen and paper.
Yeah.
So, there you go. No, right, Tina? Then your daughter's talking, you're like, oh my, right? You think you're freaky, and then your kids start talking to you. Hello.
Yeah, I don't know about my middle daughter, my middle child. I know that my oldest, no, she did not inherit the freak gene.
All I can say is we come by it naturally.
My oldest daughter says, yeah, and all I can tell you is we come by it naturally.
Yeah, my oldest definitely did not inherit the freak gene or the talent. To which point, when I was told this, I laughed hysterically and said, "Ha ha, karma." But yeah. I don't know anything about my middle daughter's life, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
And my son doesn't date.
Yeah, he's celibate. He's a monk.
Yeah, he's kind of like asexual. He got burnt when he was 19 with the girl that he had move in with us, and he hasn't shown any interest since. So it's all about gaming. I'm like, whatever. At least I'm not going to have to worry about grandkids I can't see, you know?
Listen, I got the 3 daughters, and they definitely are their mother's daughters. We'll just leave it at that.
Well, I know men can be inspired to have an imagination because I inspired John a lot. And often.
Oh, my goodness.
Go away.
That sounded like thunder.
That was a Harley.
Is that a Harley?
Yeah, a guy just doesn't know how to ride it right.
Well, he doesn't mean that, or it's out of tune.
Tina, is that a good thing? Oh, his mix is way too rough. He's
Gonna be a grandma again.
yeah, but is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? Because sometimes it's a bad thing. Like, 16-year-old, da da da, whatever. Like my daughter did to me.
I heard things.
My oldest made me a grandma way too young. Way too young. Okay, good thing. Well, then congratulations, Grandma. Woohoo!
That's awesome.
I love babies because you can give them back to people.
That's right.
Yeah.
See, I'm fixing to be a grandma again too. I think around October.
Nice. Oh, she's 28. That works. Yeah, I'm not going to be a grandma again anytime soon. I mean, if I am with my daughter Kayla, I would have no idea if I was a grandma or not because there's no contact. But as far as I know through my mom, she hasn't had children yet. So, and my oldest has the 2.
Yeah.
My grandson is 15 and my granddaughter is 13. Granddaughters are fun. I had so much fun with Sadie when she was a baby. But she was a year and a half old when my daughter stopped contact, and I saw her once when she was 4 because she wasn't feeling good. My mom had to come pick me up for a doctor appointment. So Sadie came with her, and she was just so happy to see me. And then I didn't see her again until she was about 8 because my daughter wouldn't let me see them.
Thank you, Tina, and congrats to you too. This will be my youngest daughter's baby.
Cool.
If you
4
count it
grandsons.
natural, it would be my third grandchild. But if you put it together the other way, my oldest daughter has 2 stepchildren.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
So
Did they incorporate well? Did they blend well into the family? Whether stepkids are hard sometimes, especially depending on their age, whether
we
or not they.
don't see Levi and Candace very often,
Mm.
but Levi is 16,
Oh, okay.
and I want to say Candace is 14.
How old were they when they became part of the family?
They were young.
Okay. I mean, I know a lot of times, like stepkids or kids that are adopted at an older age, they have a problem,
Levi
like
is great.
blending.
I
Yeah,
love
they have a problem blending. Like accepting new family members and stuff. So,
it.
and
Yeah,
I can see both sides of that, but it just makes more sense to me that it would be easier just to blend. Nobody's replacing anybody. You know what I mean? It's just additions to your family.
yeah. JD, Nora's hubby, he has his kids each all have different baby mamas.
Uh,
So, and I'm only, yeah, my husband was a whore.
I knew somebody like that. He was a male whore too. Hell, John's kids are all by different people. John's got 3 daughters, 2 sons. They're, well, one daughter and son are by the same person.
Right.
And then the other 2 daughters are each by somebody different. And then his son his youngest son is with Issa.
Yep.
I was like, what are you working on your own soccer team? What are you doing? Stop it.
Yeah, from the other room, my daughter said, my husband was a whore.
That's funny. John was a whore.
And JD he was a male whore.
You know you are. Yeah.
But yeah, it was great. There it goes.
Yeah. Gonna be one of those days.
Eh.
So I have a stepdaughter. Michael's mom. Actually, I have more than that now because Michael had one daughter, Kellyanne, with another woman before me.
Yeah.
She was so adorable when she was a kid. I helped him actually get visitations with her. And then when he cheated on me and I threw him out, the girl that he ended up with for 17 years, he had kids with her. So since he's still married to me, technically those are my stepkids. How fucked up is that?
Uh-huh.
I'm like, why do I get pulled into Jerry Springer episodes everywhere I go? I don't understand. Oh, my life. Okay, I couldn't make this shit up.
Oh, well.
But yeah, and one of them apparently the last time he was in here on my channel,
yeah,
on one of my lives, last time he said that one of the girls was having a baby. So
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so I have depending on which one it is, I forget which one he said it was. Depending on which one it is, I would have a step grandchild.
Yeah, either way it goes, you'd have a grandbaby.
Yep. So But I mean, I actually have that woman on her name's Tammy, on my friends list. I'm friends with both of them. And she's with another one of the CBers that we used to hang out with now.
Cody.
Hanging out with the CBers was one big soap opera. It was huge.
Yeah,
as the CB turns, it was huge. It's a huge soap opera. And what's messed up is I knew so many people's secrets, and I never told anybody any. I mean, I knew who was cheating on who and who was sleeping with who, and what. I knew most of their kinks, which I didn't really want to know, but people tended to talk to me, and I'm like, "Why are you telling me this?" I knew all kinds of shit about all of those
that was
people.
that country music song. Who's seeing who?
I knew so much about so many of those people.
Oh my.
It was funny because one of them once is like, "I will tell everybody what I know," and I'm like, "Could you tell me first? Because I don't know, if I'm doing something really cool, I want to know about it."
Right?
I'm like, "What? Go ahead." Because I got accused of telling my friend Rose that her man was out cheating on her because he said he was going to work and he actually went to the beach with some chick.
Uh-huh.
I didn't even know about it. She's the one who told me about it, right?
Right.
I knew nothing about it until she blasted my Facebook Messenger with "that son of a bitch." I'm like, "Oh no!" I'm like, "What now?" And then he's messaging me. He's like, "Why did you tell her?" I'm like, "What are you talking about? I just found out. She just told me." Yeah, he's like, "She wrote me a letter and said you told her." I was like, "Then she lied, or you're lying about a letter." I was like, "Take a picture of the letter and send me a picture of it." And he wouldn't do it. So he was lying about the letter. He was just trying to get me to admit that I told her.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and then she told me that it was one of his friends that told her. Because one of his friends was at the beach that day and saw him with the chick.
There you go.
But that's the guy who was all like, "I'll tell everybody that we hung out with everything I know about you." And I'm like,
And that would be what that they don't know?
Yeah.
Right?
There wasn't anything that I did that everybody didn't already know. I didn't, you know. So, yeah, I had no secrets. I have no secrets now. I've always been like that. It's if you want to know
Cody
something.
is a very open book for the most part.
I am. And if there's something that, if there's a question somebody asks me that I'm not comfortable answering, I'll just be like, "I'm not comfortable answering that right now. I'll talk to you privately, though,"
Yeah.
But for the most part, I don't have any secrets. Ask me. Be careful. You will get an honest answer. An honest and a blunt answer, because do I look like I work at a bakery? Ain't nothing sugar-coated over here. So.
Nothing sugar-coated.
Nope. But I thought that was the most hysterical threat ever. I'm in South Carolina. I haven't seen these people in 10 years. And he's ready to go tell all our former friends some deep, dark secret of mine. I don't have any deep, dark secret. I'm like, "What? Go ahead, but tell me first, because I want to know what it is." He wouldn't tell me.
Oh. So what else going on today, Miss Tina? Besides hanging out with us.
Listening to Cody ramble about the absolute nonsense.
Willow must be sleeping in today.
Well, I know she did that auction yesterday. I don't know how that went, but I'm sure trying to control a brand new auction type of situation was probably tiring. And I know she was hurting yesterday, so because she showed up at my live, unlike somebody I know, Tina.
Hey, I wouldn't have been on. I'd have been most of the time in the bathroom. Thank you.
That's no excuse. I'm kidding. I know you weren't feeling good. Tim popped in and said hi to us, though, in the chat.
Yeah. Well,
Kevin didn't get a notification. He was pissed. He was all like, "When did you go live?" I'm like an hour ago. He's like, "I didn't get a notification. Why am I not getting notifications?"
are you going to have to start sending him an email too?
I told him I would. I said I even put my email in the chat. And he's like, "What are you putting in the chat? You could have put it in private chat." I'm like, doesn't bother me. I was like, I don't care if people have my email address. What are they going to do with it? You know?
Right?
And I told him, I was like, if you're on Facebook, I said, I don't think we're friends on Facebook, but if you send me a friend request or whatever, send me a message. I can message you back when I can send you the links and stuff. I said, I don't have Instagram. He said he doesn't check his Facebook. He goes there to check missing children reports and something else. And that's it.
Yeah.
I said, you can email me. And I put my email in the chat. I was like, and then I'll send you the links and stuff. And I don't think he ever emailed me unless it got caught in my spam. But it was there.
I'll say, I know some time back he put his phone number in one of the chats.
Yeah. Well, when he was in New York, he did that. And I grabbed that. I thought I had grabbed it then. Apparently, I didn't because I checked my phone. But I don't have his South Carolina number. So. But I'm going to be having to
Why
give
would
everybody
it change numbers?
because he was living in New York when he put it in. It was a New York number.
Change numbers.
Huh?
If it's a cell phone, you don't have to change numbers.
Depends on your service. There are some services that still nail you for roaming.
But you can transfer your number.
True.
Numbers are potable.
True. I don't know. But anyway, I never grabbed it because it's not on my phone unless I listed it on something weird, Oh, I never did check to see if I put it on the bag of dicks. Hold on.
Give me just a second.
Nope, it's not none of that. So. Yeah, it's not in my phone, so I don't have it. And that's fine. I don't need his number. I just, I wouldn't be able to send it through the phone anyway because I don't use my phone for YouTube. But yeah, I can email it to him. I have no problem with that if he wants them. It's up to him. I love having Kevin on my show. Kevin's funny. And he's smart. So.
Very.
Yep. He knows shit, I can hear my son snoring. He didn't get to sleep until like 4 o'clock this morning. He should have put the dogs out before he went to bed, and he didn't. Well, I think he put one of his out, one of the ones out there out, but.
Gold tubes. If you need anything from the tobacco shop, you can get it too. Yeah, it's awfully quiet.
It is. Very quiet. Everybody needs to wake up.
I know, right?
Wake up, wake up. Get out of bed. Wake up, you sleepyhead. Tim.
Okay, Sissy. See you when
Tim's
you
a
get back.
brat. Your man's a brat.
That's okay. He just likes to see everybody get all wet. Imagine that.
Imagine.
Yep. I'm looking to see something here. Well, I don't see where anybody else is live this morning.
Well, I know. Hey, TG. I know that they did the Insomnia auction last night.
People might be passed out.
Yeah, I popped in there just as they were ending at around 2:30. Robin wasn't feeling good, so yeah, everybody might be tired from that.
Then again, too, it is Sunday morning, folks, or might be at church.
Could be.
Yeah.
Ow.
Bringing up that
Anything.
lung.
Yeah. Little dog. Anything's possible.
Hi, TG. What you doing, Miss Scarlett?
Yeah. What are you doing? We're bored. Entertain. Go ahead. Yeah. Well, I know that Robin said she was feeling woozy, probably because of her eye.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not good to put too much strain on it quite yet, you know. So it was good that they shut down when she started feeling kind of achy. And apparently, they also have stuff planned, like all day. There's events, and Devin's doing an auction with shit.
With shit?
No, funny. TG, who's Devin doing an auction with today? I can't remember. Well, I know she's doing an auction with somebody. And then Rhonda's gonna have a live later tonight because Tania and Kim are traveling in Pennsylvania, so they're gonna have them while they're traveling, I guess, to keep them awake. And these traveling videos seem to be becoming very popular.
Why are they going to PA? They having a meetup or something?
I think so. I don't really remember why they're going, but maybe. I'm good, TG. How are you? How's England?
We're hanging in here is what we're doing.
How are things across the pond? Yeah, my accent's not good, but it's better than Victoria's. Man, that girl makes my ears bleed when she does her British accent impersonation. I'm like, oh, please stop.
Mine's not great.
TG's probably over there going, oh, you both suck.
Yeah, we're terrible. Bloody awful.
Oi! Whenever I have Wendy on a video chat, I can hear Toad playing in the background. He's playing his games, and he'll be like, oi! I'm like, it's funny. Of course, they don't think they have an accent. My friend Nikki was like, I don't have an accent. Like, you so have an accent. She is funny. Victoria is hilarious, and I love her, but her British accent sucks.
Yeah, she confuses her British and her Aussie.
Yeah.
I mean, they're similar, but they're not the same.
Right.
And the Kiwi is not the same as the Aussie.
Mm-mm. You know they hate being called that, right?
So, just say it.
Yeah, people from New Zealand don't like being called Kiwis. A lot of people from the UK like American accents. And there are, I mean, to
I
me,
personally love the northeastern accents and the different southern dialects, because there are so many northeastern dialects, like your Massachusetts accent that you have, and then you listen to Johnny's Cajun accent. Oh my
yeah,
god.
I love the way that I love the way he says Massachusetts. Because he says Massachusetts with a T instead of the S's.
Uh-huh.
Instead of the CH, he uses a T, and it's just so cute. It's so adorable the way he says it. He's like Massachusetts, and I'm like, oh my god, that's so cute. Yeah. Yeah, once you're a masshole,
Looky there.
Good morning, y'all, or afternoon, wherever you are.
Hey, Danica.
Well,
How
hello.
are y'all?
I'm good.
I
How
sat
are
down at
you?
my computer and it said that Ma was having Sunday morning with some friends.
How you doing, dear?
Good. I haven't been listening to what y'all are talking about. But
We're talking about American accents.
Mhm.
So
and then here rolls the Texan in.
that's right. Now we got Southern dialect.
Oh, geez.
We were also discussing
someone
how
asked me the other day, "Is your accent fake?"
No, that is so not fake.
I wish I could change it sometimes.
we were discussing Victoria's English accent and how it makes my ears bleed.
Oh, does she speak with the English accent badly like me?
Yeah, she's bad. It's not good at all. She does try though. You got to give her an A for effort.
You got to give her a bunch of A's because she brings the joy no matter what she's feeling.
Oh yeah, absolutely does. Victoria is definitely one of a kind, and she's the kind you want to keep around.
Yeah.
She makes your heart happy.
She does.
Show. She makes everybody feel that way too. It's not,
She does. She does.
I love that.
She'll do the English accent specifically to annoy me. She'll be like, she'll sit there and she'll be like, but Cody hates it when I talk like this, and I'm like, oh, oh. And I'm like, ears are bleeding now, thank you. She's just like, haha.
But yeah, it does. It's just the Northeast accents are, because when I hear Tina go on a rant for Susanna, oh my, it's just, it kills me.
I love them because it makes me homesick. It reminds me of being home because I'm from Massachusetts,
Oh.
So when Tina's like, fuck you, macaroni and cheese, I'm eating the cheese. Oh, that killed me. I was like, oh my God, that is the best ever. Fuck you, macaroni and cheese.
I guess I missed that one.
Julie sent her some beef jerky and it was really spicy. And she challenged her to eat a piece of it. And Tina took one bite and was like, oh.
She says.
And Tina doesn't like milk. And Susanna kept telling her, you got to drink milk. I don't like fucking milk. So she goes in the fridge. She gets this block of cheese and she's eating it. Just opened this thing and started eating it. And Susanna was like, that was the cheese I had for macaroni and cheese. And Tina sat there and with the cheese in her hand and goes, fuck you, macaroni and cheese. I'm like, oh.
It was hilarious.
Oh man. So
it was awesome.
I don't know Tina other than Ma, but is that Susanna's partner?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, when we were in lockdown, I felt like I knew everything that was going on, I was on here like 24 hours a day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but they make me homesick because of the accents, and I'm like, oh, I miss, because I'm in South Carolina, so I hear a lot of people talking like this, and oh yonder, and then I get a lot of, girl, what the fuck are you talking about? And I'm like, oh, I want to go home.
I love Susanna's accent.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't I can't sit here. I got to get back to work, but I really want to.
Well, we really want you to too.
So what
We love you.
I love y'all.
what have you been? You been traveling out of the area to do some more sourcing?
No, I haven't been traveling. I've been trying to get my store organized and coming together.
Do you
I
have a
want,
link
I
for
want
it?
it to look totally different when I reopen. Before it was just like, I bought a storage unit and I stuck it in the corner. I bought and
Yeah.
I want it to be more organized. And it
Oh,
just,
you have a physical store?
Yeah, she does.
Oh, see, I don't get the memos for these things.
that's because I haven't opened it since March of last year. But
Well, once you get it all organized, you'll have to do a live from it.
I'll say she does stuff, videos from it.
it's going to be a party when I open.
Cool.
For sure.
Very cool.
As long as people come, that's the whole thing. Is like I'm putting in all this time and effort, and I'm like, what? I don't like have foot traffic.
I'll
Well,
say she
I would, but I'd only be able to put half a foot traffic. I only got 1 foot, so.
I'll say, and Danica's just down the way from Mary, so their stores.
Mary moved down the street more, and
Oh, did she?
Yeah, I miss seeing her. We didn't get to see each other that often because we were always just inside working.
Yeah.
When we did, it was like, hi, we're doing it. We're making it happen. Let's go.
Well, I hope your store is very successful and that you sell lots of stuff.
Thank you, Cody.
You're welcome. I like it when my friends are successful and they do well. Because, there's too many bitches trying to knock other people's crowns off, and instead we should be trying to straighten them and make them look good.
That's right.
Yep.
You're absolutely right.
So.
And yeah, that made me want to cry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Don't cry.
I'm emotional today, so that didn't take much.
You're going to cry, and then I'm going to cry.
We're all going to cry.
We're all going to cry.
We don't need all this.
Yeah.
So we've been having a lot of rain, and I'm having a ginormous garage sale. But my house right now is full of all the garage sale stuff, so
Yeah.
it feels more peaceful to be here with the horde. there with the horde. Anyway, my point of that is I don't even want to get out and garage sale because I have so much, and it's rainy.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad y'all are here. I'm gonna be listening.
Okay.
But
All right, honey.
Well, have a very good day, Danica.
Oh, I'm so glad I came in here. Made me feel better.
You're always welcome, dear. Love you.
Love you. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
I love Danica.
See,
So yeah, so that was Texas accent. So we got that covered. What's next?
yeah.
Where's Wendy? We need the British accent on here.
Oh, let's see.
Did you send her the links?
What, Danica? No, the link's in the chat.
Wendy.
Link's in the chat. I don't send the link out to anybody but you.
Get your ass in here. The same thing I do with Tina. You have a command performance. Actually, I send the links out to you, to Wendy, and to Willow.
Yeah.
And Amy. Danica is beautiful. She's very beautiful.
Yep.
Inside and out. Danica has a very good heart.
Yes, she does. And she has a great comedic performance. I loved watching her with Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
From
there were people that got offended by all of that.
Oh
That's
my
what-
God.
Yeah, that's why they stopped doing it, is because people were all like, oh, that's offensive. Blah, blah, blah. Fuck you when you're offensive. It was hysterical.
Oh my God, it was hilarious. I enjoyed it so much.
If you're offended by it, don't watch it.
Right. Change the fucking channel.
No, Danica, I'm not going to stop. I don't want you to cry, but blushing is fine. We love you.
And I said, I did. I thought it was great.
It was the North Shore. Yeah. The 80s earrings were spectacular.
Right?
I was watching an episode of Kitchen Nightmares, and they were, I forget where they were, but it was in the 2000s, you know, I mean, you're in 2000 something, and this girl just had these huge hooker earrings on. I'm like, girl, what time are you living in right now? And it gave me 80s flashbacks. I was like, whoa. I know, Danica, you guys were just having fun, and you know, you didn't mean to offend anybody, and I didn't find it offensive. I thought it was funny as fuck.
Either. I thought it was funny as heck.
And I was offended by people who were offended, put it that way.
Right?
Because they ruined all the fun. You know, it's like
Some people are too sensitive.
Well, some people are just miserable and have to have everybody else miserable too. And they took our fun away, and they suck. And I hope karma bites them on the ass.
Yes.
But
A big
you have never,
chunk.
you have never offended me, Danica. I think you guys were funny as hell. So
I said, I miss those Saturday nights.
Yeah.
Those were fun. Let me tell you, they got Tim out of, his slump on Saturday nights.
Abso-fucking-lutely. At a Chihuahua convention out in my street somewhere.
Yeah, he lost his job.
That's offensive too. You know, people are out of work everywhere, and they're gonna take the man's job away. What the fuck?
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I still can't believe when I moved here, people were trying to make me do the Boston accent, and I'm not from Boston. I'm not from Southie. I'm not, I don't say beer or car, or park. I say beer, car, and park. And this kid at work just kept harassing me to say, he's like, say beer. I'm like, beer? He's like, no, say it the right way. I am.
Depending on the day, it depends on how I say the word water.
Water.
It could be water, water, water. Just depends.
Yeah. I usually say water. If I'm playing around, I'll go, give me a water.
Yeah.
I mean, I can play with the accent, but I don't talk that way, So I finally just looked at him and I was like, fine, beer. And he just laughed hysterically and wandered off. And that was the last I heard of it. I was like, if I had known he was going to leave me completely alone, I would have said it the first time he asked me.
Right.
I was like, look, you fucking hillbilly. Didn't realize his family actually were hillbillies. Because I was like, look, you fucking hillbilly, leave me the fuck alone. Go to your family reunion, find a date there, and have fun. But get out of my face with the fucking beer.
Oh, Lordy.
Yeah. So, I can play with it, but that's not how I talk. Although when I'm mad, I sound like I'm from the Bronx, apparently. That's what John told me.
I don't know. I mean, I've heard you speak a lot. A lot. And you kick around a lot of different dialect.
Yeah, I do. What was terrifying, though, is if I walked into a room and just stood there, everybody got really scared. And the room gets cold. Like, everybody literally has goosebumps, and they're like, oh my God, it's freezing in here. What the hell's going on? I go from Kodiak bear to polar bear instantly. It's not a good thing.
Yeah, I go from talking like this to talking what is it? Tim says I go from talking like a normal person to Southern ghetto, especially when I get pissed off.
You know what's funny is John always got a Southern accent as soon as he started drinking. He doesn't realize that he did that. I told him that once and he forgot about it later. But he was like, "How do you always know I'm drinking?" One, I can smell it on you from 20 paces. But two, he starts getting a Southern accent, and I'm like, "Oh God, here we go," because he's not from here. He's from California and Washington. But he'd drink one beer, and all of a sudden he'd be like, "Y'all don't even know." I'm like, okay. He'd be like, "I've been here," and I'm like, "Yeah, here we go."
That my aunt was from Germany, but she was raised in England.
Okay.
And my uncle met her when he was in the service, and he was stationed in England. And they came back over here. So anytime I was around her, I always picked up her English accent, which I wasn't around her a whole lot, but it didn't take long for me to pick it up. And then so anytime I'm around any of my family from around the South, it's not hard for me to pick up the Southern accent. So when I do speak, sometimes it's like I do have a bit of a Southern accent.
Yeah. Well, I've caught myself doing that and being around here, but now that I've been kind of isolated, it went away. But I still every once in a while do it. Y'all don't even know. I'm like, y'all this and y'all that. And when I was in Massachusetts, never used y'all. But after walking around Walmart for 2 years and you absorb the conversations around you, you start
Y'all
picking
is
up.
normal. I even type it. It's saved in my, it's in my phone and it's saved into my dictionary.
Well, when you're around it, you pick up the colloquials that are around you, the little expressions and sayings and things like that. And after 2 years of hearing y'all this and y'all that and hey y'all and
y'all better settle down now.
Yeah. You pick it up. So yeah, I picked up y'all. It's now part of my vocabulary. I still refuse to say ain't unless I'm playing around. I'm like, ain't gonna happen. I don't say ain't. It's not a word. I don't care what the dictionary says now. It is not a word.
I've always said ain't.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, it's in the dictionary when you're typing in your phone.
It is now. It got added to the dictionary a few years ago, but it was not originally because it's not a word. To have a word that's hyphenated, it has to be a combination of 2 words.
I know.
And it is not. It's not a word. And given that I was raised to spelling incorrectly, now not like Tim, because I know Tim is with his phone and it's shaky, not typos, but intentional misspellings, like they don't know how to spell a word or they repeatedly spell it incorrect. It actually physically hurts my brain. Because I had spelling words drilled into me from an early age, and if I spelled things incorrectly, I got screamed at. So the word ain't is offensive to me. It offends my brain. I can't help it. I do not like that word. Easy used to say it all the time. I'm like, that's not a word. From anywhere in the house. I got Talon doing it. His mother would be like, this ain't correct. This ain't right. And I'm like, you're right. It's not a word. Don't say it. And Talon at 4 years old go, Mama, that not a word. I love that child. But yeah, so I can't help it. It's compulsive with me. The spelling and grammar and punctuation, it's all compulsive. I can't help it.
Oh man, I was horrible with Facebook. It's like
Danica, don't get on my list now. I said nice things about you. Yeah, like that. Ugh. Ugh. I mean, I can deal with it when people are playing around, but I just, yeah. You know, I know I told Tina this, but for anybody in the Raptors that doesn't care, I'm going to tell you anyway. When we first moved here, we went to a Chinese restaurant. We went to a Chinese buffet, and we were sitting there, and the kids were little, like 6 and 7, 7 or 8, something like that. And these two men come in and sit near us, and I swear to God, I am not making this up. One of them talked like Boomhauer from King of the Hill.
I love this story.
And we all just sat there and we looked over, and he's like, uh-huh. And I looked at John, and he was like, oh, hell. And the kids busted up laughing. The guy that was with him understood everything he said. They were having a normal conversation, but the one guy was just, yeah. And I'm like, we had to leave because
What the fuck did he just say?
The kids were laughing so hard, and John and I couldn't hold it anymore. We were like, we gotta go. We left. There was no way. He was from Georgia. We found that out, but it was just.
Even watching King of the Hill, I could not understand Boone.
I don't think anybody could, except the people that were writing the script. That
was hilarious.
Yeah, we lost it. We couldn't stay. We had to go somewhere else. We went somewhere else to eat.
Oh boy.
No, I mean the kids were rolling around on the floor of a Chinese buffet. It was just not. And with my kids, they're very vocal about, oh my God, that guy talks funny. And no, we're out of there. Like, nope.
Oh my God.
We're in the South. We're in the South. They carry here. We're leaving. I'm like, I'm not getting shot because my kids are making fun of some guy that talks like cartoon character. No. Oh, Danica, I wouldn't have the patience for that. Kids, teaching, no. Yeah. I can teach stuff with my graphics that I used to do, and I can teach stuff with like beading or jewelry making, but no, I would not have the patience to teach English. Nope.
Be right back.
Okay. My person, I would be like, no, you're doing it wrong. Stop it. Yeah, that's not going to fly. People don't want their precious babies being yelled at by some, vicious redhead on screen. I did help Talon with his speech impediments. So I used to have him come in when he was little, and like a half an hour before he'd go to bed, he'd come in and we'd sit here and oh hell no, I can't understand people in other countries half the time. I don't even call customer service for my phone because it's all in India and I can't understand any of them. But I used to have Talon come in and sit with me, and we'd be on the laptop. They would love me. Yeah. Death threats from Russia. That'd be awesome. And we'd look at dinosaur pictures because Talon was all about dinosaurs. He still loves dinosaurs. And so we'd look at dinosaur pictures, and I'd tell him what the names of the dinosaurs were. And then we'd do that for a couple of days, and then I'd point at them and go, what's this one? He goes, what is it? And I'd be like, I don't know. What is it? And then he'd tell me the name. And eventually he was able to pronounce the names correctly. The boy could say pterodactyl better than his mother. And so I was working on getting him to say pronounce things correctly, because the kid talked, and I swear we needed an alien translator, like aliens from there, not aliens around here, aliens from there. He talked like a totally different language. And I was the only one that could ever figure out what he wanted. His parents were totally clueless. They were like, they'd actually bring him into my room and go, okay, tell me what he's trying to tell me. And they'd tell Auntie Bear, and he'd be like, I was like, oh, he wants a drink. And they'd be like, and he'd go, yeah. So I did finally talk his mother into getting him listed for speech classes. So he did start going to speech therapy, and they helped him a ton. Now he speaks very, very clearly, unless he gets super excited and talks too fast. And then you cannot understand him much, but he is doing so much better. And he's doing very well in school. He's getting all A's and like 2 B's. So I'm very proud of him. He's got his daddy's smarts. As long as he doesn't have his daddy's addictive personalities, we're good. And thank God he didn't get his mother's brain. That would have been so sad. Yeah. She didn't come back before the end of my story. Now I don't know what to talk about. Help. Help. Help me. I share all the exciting things that I do every day, but this is about it. I know in life. I talked to my son today and find out when the cats are leaving. Because I really want to try and start getting more stuff in that room. I think I will finally break out the gem tester today and get that working and start testing all the pretties that I have. I don't know why. I was so excited to get the gem tester and it's just sitting there. I haven't calibrated it yet or anything. I don't know why. Probably because I know trying to reach the plug to plug the thing in is going to hurt and be kind of dangerous for me. I don't want to land on the floor. That'd be bad. But I think I can move the surge protector close enough that I can grab it so I'll be able to plug it in. I hope so. I hope so. What are you doing? What are you doing? She's like, nope, not going on camera. Turn them right back to you. She's pouting. And this is why I don't do shows by myself.
I'm back.
About time.
Sorry. Bathroom's clear down to the other end of the house.
Get a bucket.
Get a bucket.
No, I was saying that I might break out the gem tester today.
Oh. Cool.
Yep.
I'm going to test it.
I know.
It worked right.
I know. Susie was mad because I hadn't done it yet. She was like, you only have 30 days. I know.
Well, stuff happens.
Yep. Nothing really happens here. It's more my fear of falling trying to reach the plug. But I think I can manipulate the power strip over close enough to me.
Yeah.
I just hope it doesn't unplug from. Oh crap! It's unplugging from the wall. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to risk plugging that back in first.
Yeah.
It is kind of dangerous, but I think that's why I put it off, is because I don't want to take the risk of falling.
I know.
I do have because I've fallen, and I do have a serious fear of falling now because I know that shit hurts. So that helpless, unable to stop yourself thing. Because I can't just put down my left foot to counterbalance because I don't have one, and that just sends you in a whole different direction, and it's very scary. Because you do that automatically. That's what I did when my ankle was busted and I couldn't use that foot. Is I ended up putting my weight on that foot, and my whole leg gave out, and was just like it was now. It felt like it just wasn't there, except it hurt like a son of a bitch. Because my ankle was shattered, but falling is, and I felt on a whole bunch of stuff because there was too much stuff in the way, and man, I was all bruised up. I had bruises in places I didn't know I had places. So that was very scary and humiliating because I had the paramedics come and pick me up. So psychologically, I think I just don't want to risk it. You know what I mean? And asking somebody in my house to, hey, can you plug that back in for me is,
I know.
But it's sitting here staring at me. I did get it out of the box because remember I said it was buried? Because I had put it on the floor and then I ended up putting a whole bunch of stuff on top of it and it was just I was too lazy to make the effort to unbury it. I did unbury it, so it is sitting here staring at me. So, yeah, I might do that today.
Yay.
Yay! Because I do have a whole bunch of pretties to test,
Yes, you do.
thanks to the stash and the gems that I got from that Lenny sent me that Fluffy bought for my birthday and Christmas and stuff. I have those.
Yeah. I never see Lenny anymore.
He does auctions with Jennifer Layton.
Not subbed.
Oh, I love Jennifer. Hyper John is a bit much, but you know, I like to pick on him in the chat. He's like Cody,
Yeah.
but it makes Jennifer and everybody else laugh, so that's all that counts.
And then yeah, I don't.
I actually bought a couple of things from Lenny in the last auction that he did, that I saw that he did with Jennifer on Easter. I think it was Easter. It was either Easter or the day before Easter. But I got a 22-inch chain. It's a herringbone chain. And I got a necklace that has a sterling silver ankh on it.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, I love ankhs. So I got those. And I got my bunny. I won my bunny from
I
Jennifer.
remember that.
Yeah. Yeah, my bun. It's so cute. It's up there keeping Topaz company. My dragon.
I know. And then, but yeah, no, I don't hardly ever see Lenny anywhere around.
Well, I actually missed Conky's auction. I was like, yesterday, I was like, I know there's supposed to be something going on. What is, and I ended up going to sleep and then got distracted and completely forgot about it. But Lenny and Jamie sometimes pop into Conky's auctions. But other than that, I have no idea if he's hanging out somewhere else or not. I don't know. I do not know.
I actually miss him, Jamie, and the kids.
Yeah. Well, I asked how everybody was doing, and they said that things were okay, so. You have some really nice pieces, and they weren't too expensive. It's just nothing really appealed to me until I saw the chains. I was like, ooh, because, I have chains, but it was it's only a 4 millimeter wide. It's a thin herringbone.
Mm-hmm.
And 22 inches, I have to have something longer. Like an 18-inch chain on me is like here now, so it's it's too close to my throat.
It'd be almost like a choker for you.
Yeah, and I don't like that. I have a thing about things being too close to my neck. This is why I like this shirt, because it's nice and loose. That's why I wear tank tops a lot, because the tank tops are low. Of course, this is a 7X shirt, so that's why it's so big. I stand up in this thing, it's almost to my knees. It's awesome. I love this shirt. I would love to get a ton more of them, but
right.
It cost me $20 at the time, and I looked them up this last stimulus, and they're up to 25 now. That's a lot for a shirt, or just a t-shirt, And the tank top that I got from the same company, which is a 4X, I think. Probably, because I don't get tank tops larger than a 4X, because then they're like too, might as well not be wearing one because your boobs are hanging out completely.
Right.
That one was $20. So they're really good quality shirts though. They're nice and soft. I got something from King's Man or something. It's 2 words, Kings and Man, or Kings, just Kings. But yeah. So they have all kinds of stuff for big and tall, and I love really big shirts. My hoodie that Chrissy got me through the Kohl's Cash or whatever. That's a 6X. That thing is massive.
Thing is massive, huge.
It is, and it has that massive cloak hood on it. I love huge, big hoods. And yeah, and when the first time I put it on, I had it down, and Dan was like, "Has Cody gone to the dark side? What is happening here?" It was so funny.
But that thing came in handy when your heat went out.
It did. It kept me so warm. I wish it had been full length. You know what I mean? Because then it would have kept my legs warm too. But yeah, it definitely was much better than just a t-shirt and even my zipper hoodies, which I have no idea where the hell those went. But yeah, definitely. Well, it's a Champion. I've never actually had a Champion sweatshirt before, but now I know why everybody likes them so much because that thing is warm as hell. I'm like, I've had to put it on a couple times mornings here, like before I go by the time like 8 o'clock rolls around, I'm 8:30. The temperature in the house is usually okay now, but when I'm awake at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, it's cold in my room because we're not using the heat. We're trying to conserve as much electric as we can.
Yeah, I understand that.
And so I'm sitting here, I'm like, okay, hoodie. So yeah, I've used it a few times. I love that hoodie. I mean, I would never be able to afford to buy one on my own. It was on sale actually, because everything I got, I looked for on sale. But I think it was like $37 on. It was $37, and then it was on sale for like 32 or 35 or something. But
you just can't beat that.
No, it was a really good price for a Champion sweatshirt, especially that large, because as your sizes go up, your price goes up.
Yeah.
So. Yeah,
what always amazes me is like, okay, let's give you a tank top that is sheer material, but we're going to charge you $75 for this.
Yeah.
And oh, by the way, it's a size extra small.
Yeah, you can wear it on one boob. Yeah, I do have 2 pairs of shorts that I bought that are brand new, but I think they're buried in that tote over there where the Pop-Tarts are. I have a lot of stuff that's in that tote that'll be going in the craft room, so the space will free up in there. And I'll be able to find the stuff that I need to find. Because I don't know where my blue shorts were that I wore, they were my go-to shorts. I have no idea where they went. So, yeah, I have to find my other shorts. And hopefully they still fit. I know she didn't take them because I got them after she left. Because for those that don't know, Issa took a bunch of my clothes when she moved out. And said she didn't have them, yet they all disappeared. And they didn't walk out of the house on their own. So. Because, it might be magic, but it's not that kind of magic. This isn't Harry Potter.
Right?
So.
So what all is going to happen today besides chit chat and read and any plans for sorting through some of your things to go into the craft room?
Well, I don't know when the cats are leaving, so I have to try and talk to my son and find that out. Because if I box stuff up, I have to kind of move it over to that direction.
Right.
And it will take up a room, so I don't want it sitting there very long.
Is it question? Anything you box up, can you put it on the baker's rack until?
Yeah.
But I don't want you to twist your knee or anything.
Yeah. Well, the problem is getting over to the baker's rack.
That's what I said. I don't really want you to twist your knee and whatnot, but.
Yeah, there's no way for me to do it unless I can get the wheelchair over there, and I can't get the wheelchair past because my TV's in the way.
Mm-hmm.
My TV is preventing me from pushing things farther, that way. If I could get things that move farther that way, then I could get the wheelchair all the way through, straight through my room, which will be the goal because I want to be able to just go in that room without having to go all the way around the house.
Yeah.
But Yeah, unless I can't move my TV yet. So
Need to get a wall mount and get that sucker mounted to the wall.
no, I mean once the table that I showed,
Yeah,
the avalanche table,
yeah,
a lot of stuff on that table will be going in the craft room. Like there's a ton of stuff that I boxed up in that box that's sitting there that will go in there.
gotcha.
So once I clear that, that's where my TV and my PS3 will go. And that way, if I feel like taking a break from the internet, I can just play my game, which I haven't played for a while, like 4 years. So hopefully it'll be like new. It'll be like I haven't played it, which is not true because I can even as I'm talking about it, I can remember all the stuff in my head. I'm like, oh yeah, and that. But yeah, hopefully, because the drawer towers will be out of here, and I'll be able to turn the bed and have the gaming thing over there.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, I'll figure out something, but the TV will go on that table, and but I don't want to pile up stuff because the dog doesn't have that much room on the floor over that way.
Right.
Over that way, like over this way, she's got some room.
Yeah.
But the other way, she's got about a quarter of that. So, whoops. When so when she goes to eat, or she goes to get a drink of water, it's that way.
Right.
And she needs room to be able to kind of turn around and come back this way. And when I had stuff piled up there waiting for the next day, because I had piled it up on a Thursday,
right,
and because my mom was coming on Friday, she had no room to move around. And of course, every time she goes over there, the cats are crowding her. So my dog freaks out when the cats get too close. She was not happy at all.
I know.
So basically, if I box stuff up and set it over in front of the door, which I have to put it on the floor next to my bed and then use the grabber and push it. Always fun. I want to be able, like that day or the next day, to be able to go and put it in that room. And right now I can't do that because of the cats. So I had to figure out when the cats are leaving. Because I have no place in my room to just box stuff up so I can lift it and pull it because it'll be too heavy. It's the problem with metalsmithing. Everything is metal. It's heavy.
No.
Yeah. I mean, even one of the letter sets, like a font set, just one, like capital letters, it's, you pick it up and you're like, holy crap. Yeah, there. So, and beads are heavy. Glass is heavy.
I know.
And the natural stone, of course, is heavy, and all the things that go with it.
See, you asked me if I was ever going to, show my face. Here I be.
Hi. See, now the panel is beautiful. We're good.
No, I don't know about all that. I thought it was beautiful to begin with. It had you.
No. But, I mean, a lot of my tools are already in there, so I don't have to worry about that. I still have my soldering pan and the pumice and my pickle pot. My pickle pot. I love saying pickle pot. It's so cute. That's still over there. And sorry, I don't know what else over there. I'm going to have fun reorganizing everything. I love sorting through things. Mm-hmm. And I have so many mail envelopes everywhere that have my supplies in them that I can't remember what's where and who. And I get to sort through it all because, of course, I couldn't put it where it was supposed to go because.
Yep.
So I'm going to have fun. Plus, I have all the stuff Willow sent me. I have a crap ton of cabochons to go through. I still have the little rock jar that Rhonda bought me when Cleopatra was doing an auction. She had these little jars
with
all the different stones in them, and I still have that. because I told Rhonda I would not go through it until she could watch, and I have not gone through it. Now I don't. She's really busy, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it on a live or something with her. But I can record it, me going through it and saying what the stones are, and trying to say what the stones are because I might not know all of them. But I can record it or something, so I can share it. Because I did promise that I wouldn't go through it without her, and I have not. I have gazed at it often, but I have not dumped anything out because I don't have any room to just spread things out.
Yeah.
And I actually have these plastic serving trays that I picked up at, where did I get them? Haven Arrest, I think, which was one of our thrift stores. Or it could have been Habitat for Humanity Restore. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But they're just these big trays, and I use one of them to put when I'm doing my soldering. I put my picks and I put my quench cup and different things for when I'm soldering. I put that in that so they don't go rolling everywhere. I have
more
two
contained and in control.
Yeah, I have two of them, so I can use one of them to sort. Then they won't go everywhere. And
Nobody wants to chase beads, whether they're stone or not. Nobody wants to chase it.
No, especially when you were in a wheelchair, and the only thing you got to use to pick it up is the grabber.
Nobody wants to chase this.
No. So, we have to be very careful. And I got that jewelry, that box of jewelry that Jesse sent me, which was
That's
just
going to be something to go through.
Scoop and dump. Yep, I have that to go through and detangle. So far I found a sterling silver necklace that doesn't have a clasp or a jump ring on it, which, hello. And I have the cutest little carved donkey. I've never seen a carved donkey, and I believe it's agate that it's carved out of, and it's just so cute. And the necklace is crap, but the stone donkey is adorable, so I'll just take that off the necklace and probably just set it with my turtles,
It's a donkey. That's so cute.
Donkey!
Because I can't actually text message you on, text her and tell her that she's not getting my message through message.
Facebook.
Yeah. So actually, it's text message.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you. Because I can't text her, that issue.
Okay.
So yeah, I got stuff everywhere. I mean, I did, as far as I know, most of my supplies are from one end of my bed all the way over to the wall over here in front of me. I've already gotten the supplies I had on the baker rack. Those are already in there. And I might have some stuff on the bookcase. Not sure. I might. But for the most part, I think everything is mostly over there because I was in the middle of, hi Wendy. I was in the middle of organizing when I hurt my foot. So I was trying to get organized so that I could start working. And
Hi, Wendy.
That would be like
Hello,
2.5 years
Cody.
ago. Actually, I hurt my foot in April, so it was like we're working on 3 years now. How are you, Wendy? How's Toad? I'm good.
Doing pretty good. Better than yesterday.
Yeah, Tina didn't feel good yesterday. That link is a hint, Wendy. Come here. Oh, freaking chihuahuas, man.
I can't hear him. Thank goodness.
Yeah, you're lucky.
There's like a herd of them here in the community too, so I hear them. I'm just glad I can't hear them.
Yeah, it's like beep, 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 beep.
Ugh.
I'm so glad that my dog is immune to other dogs like barking outside. She's actually didn't even twitch when the Chihuahua started barking. She's sleeping. She don't care. Okay, Wendy. Wendy will be in 5 minutes. I'm timing you to let you know. I got a lot of stuff to sort through.
Yes, you do. I wish I was closer to help.
Yeah. Well, honestly, you wouldn't be able to reach anything. You got to sort through stuff to get to the stuff you need to sort through. I basically had to move a whole bunch of stuff out of my way to get to the stuff that I need.
And that's okay. I could sit on one corner of the bed and move stuff out of the way, and you could say, "Okay, now hand me that," and then we could restack stack and restack.
Yeah, the only corner of the bed to sit on is where I'm sitting right now.
But you understand, we can move Rogue out of the way, and Simi, and we move all the critters out of the way, and yeah.
Well, the only other corner would be the one behind me, and that's the opposite direction of all my stuff.
Okay, well, we'd figure it out.
Yeah, it's why things are going so slow, honestly. It's because, yeah. What the hell is this? I keep looking at this package I put over here, and I don't know what it is. Oh, it's my... Okay, I know what that is.
Hi, Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
Ah,
Camera on, woman.
oh, Cody, I look a mess.
Oh, honey, you can't look more mess than we do.
What do you mean, we? I'm kidding. You're fine, Wendy. Stop it. It's my bingo winnings from the last time I played bingo that I won. I didn't even... This is the only package I have that I never opened. Because I was like, oh, my bingo winnings, and I just put it down because I knew what it was. And it's easier for me to be able to sort it later if it's not everywhere, so I just left it
Right.
unopened.
Oh. So what is going on with Wendy this evening?
Toad's not feeling well.
Aww. What'd you do to him?
Nothing. He's just asked me if we can... Never mind.
No. Well, that's why he's not feeling well. Hello. Need to fix that.
Nothing really. I'm just...
Sorry, the box distracted me. There was a box sitting there, and I was like, I don't remember what I got. Oh, yeah, those pretties.
It's amazing you forget what something is every now and again.
Well, it's beads. It's my box. It's my box when I got stuff from Lydia. My little Swarovskis.
Uh-huh.
I'll have fun putting those away because I have like a gajillion Swarovskis that I hoard, and I don't think I have any of these colors in this small size, so I'm really happy that I have them.
Cool.
And this one was my present, my birthday present. Aw, puppy.
Yep.
See?
Oh, there you go.
I know the brightness. It's a perfume bottle, see?
Uh-huh.
But then you do this and look.
Oh, that is so cool.
Isn't that cool?
Yep.
And I was like, oh my God, I was freaking out over it, and somebody bought it and had her send it to me for my birthday.
Oh, Prismy.
Yep. And it has the little...
The perfume dropper thingy, yeah.
The dauber. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, I need to keep that away from the cats. They'll be playing soccer with the damn thing.
Toad, I told her she needs to take care of business.
We all told her, Toad. I've been trying to get that man laid for days.
She said you don't feel good. And she said that you said that, you know, you wanted to take care of, you know, that you needed, you asked for, you know what, and never mind. And I said that, you know, well, that's why you don't feel good. So I said she needs to take care of it. See?
I've been trying to get that man laid for months. Are you kidding me?
Whoa, no. Get off. I'm cold. Bitch. Nice and warm on the quilt, and as you pull the quilt up. Wow! Bitch.
Wendy, be nice to Toad. He doesn't feel good. You meanie
I'm sure
head.
you feel better if you know, take care of things.
Mom wants me to take care of things, so come here, I'll take care of things. Come here.
Get your cold hands off me. Your hands are freezing where you had them all night.
The two of them need sex therapy. You know that, right?
Yeah.
The both of them, they need sex therapy.
Your hands are
If your hands are cold, warm them puppies up first. Not everybody likes a cold touch.
Wendy, I do know one thing. While your hands are that cold, they're not going anywhere near my nuts. They'll shrivel.
The woman is cold-blooded all through and through and out.
No, I think she stuck her hands in the freezer just so he'd tell her to get away from him.
Worst thing is she happened downstairs yet. Yeah.
I was talking to
You move her.
my mover.
Move her one.
No, my door the outside door just opened.
Yeah, there, man.
Like the storm door. Weird. There's no wind.
Don't know.
I don't know if my son's up, if he opened the door or not. That's weird. It's very strange. I hate it when the storm door is not secure and it opens on its own and it's like, yeah, and I'm like, I don't know. Apparently there was a breeze or something that moved it, but
Yeah, we have that here every now and then.
none of the trees out there are moving. So
Yeah, well, I have a closet door that opens on its own, but then I realize it's just the cat.
yeah, well, I mean, we have animals that come up on the porch, so one of them could have nudged it open if it was open a little bit, but I don't know, weird. And I can't just get up and go. I can't just get up and go check it. It's an entire process. It takes like 10 minutes for me to even be able to get in the chair. So I was
So
glad
you
I
warm
did
your
not.
hands up.
Yeah, Wendy, warm your hands up first. Jeez.
No.
She's like, no, if I warm them up, he won't tell me to go away. Quit being mean to Toad.
He's mean to me.
Wanting to have sex is not being mean, Wendy.
Be happy the man has a sex drive.
Yeah, he has one when he doesn't.
Nope.
It's that way with John. I had to inspire him a lot. And I did.
Now I'm to the point where I wish I had one.
Unfortunately, I do still have one. It's been 7 years. But I do still have one. It's not going to go anywhere, but it's still there.
Don't have one anymore. Well, it trickles around every now and then, but I just push it aside, make it go away.
And now with the leg, like anybody's going to want to be around that, you know? So, whatever. I know the Adam and Eve website well. I'll be fine.
Adam and Eve.
Adam and Eve.
They still have advertisements on TV. Late night.
Yeah. So how's your garden, Wendy?
It's good.
No gnomes yet?
No,
No.
not yet.
I swear, if
haven't
it
fixed
didn't
it.
cost so damn much, I'd send her gnomes.
They haven't fixed that shortage yet, huh?
I don't know, Cody. No, I've got to
You
buy
need
a
garden
fence
fairies.
first.
You need garden fairies, not garden gnomes.
Well, we're going to get some garden fairies. It's going to be a gnome and fairy garden. The fairies have got to have gnome boyfriends.
Fairies would not have a gnome boyfriend
No.
Why not?
because they don't go together.
No, they don't.
And I've got to get some little toads.
Yeah, toads are necessary.
Gotta have the toads.
Got to have the toads.
The fairies would have fairy
And then a
boyfriends. You know,
tiny baby one in the garden.
Got,
there are
don't
male.
forget
there are
the
male,
mushrooms.
There
Gotta
are
have the
male
toads.
fairies. You know. You notice there are male fairies, but you never see female gnomes.
Because they look alike.
No, that's dwarfs.
But female gnomes too.
Oh,
No, I'm buying a fence first.
I thought you already did that.
No, I do that on my birthday. That's what I'm getting for my birthday, fencing.
Oh.
I
But yeah.
requested a fencing.
Is it solid fencing, like privacy fencing, or is it like chain link?
Solid fencing, privacy fencing.
Yeah.
Just for this little part on my garden here.
Yeah.
Because kids keep throwing the toys over at little fence.
Kids throw toys in my yard, they're mine. Unless they come and get it immediately, it's mine.
Right?
But I will have a yard sale and they can buy it back.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm not get off my lawn kind of person.
That would be me.
I'm not really, but
No, that would be me.
mm,
I am the get off my lawn person.
see, in England it would be get out of my garden or get off my garden because they call their lawns gardens.
Yep.
Yeah, we call them
Doesn't
a
matter.
garden.
Doesn't matter. Lawn, garden, don't care. Get out. Get off. See you bye. Yes.
They're
It's like
waving their
biscuit.
cane at people.
Yep. Chicken.
Yep, shaking the cane at people.
It's like biscuit and cookie.
I gotta find my camera.
It's grumpy.
So cute.
This kid with a crotch rocket needs to go to a different street.
Yeah, cross rockets need to go away. I'm all for having, you can have a decent Suzuki and a decent Kawasaki, a decent Honda, even a decent Yamaha. But a crotch rocket?
Yeah.
No.
That and it's just back and forth, up and down the street. I mean, one day he went up and down the street about 50 times, and I'm like, I need a paintball gun.
Right?
Mm. So annoying.
But yeah.
And the guy with the Harley, his mix is too rich, and he doesn't know how to ride the thing. I'm like, amateur.
I've had my grumpy dwarf for a long time. I love this thing.
When I was doing ceramics, one of the only green pieces that I did was Dopey. I never got him finished, which made me sad. My dad ended up breaking him.
Oh,
but I was doing glazes with Dopey, and he was going to be so cute. And I paid like $20 for that mold, for that greenware. And my dad was I had it all packed in a box with newspaper, and eventually I was going to be able to finish it. And my dad like tossed the box, and the whole thing shattered. And I'm like, you dick. I was like, you dick.
Let's see. I connect with Grumpy.
Hmm.
I see a tail.
Marty.
Honestly, she has been really all about being in your space lately.
She came down off her box across the bed, and then instead of going directly down to her food, she walked over me, stopped so I could pat her, then got down off the bed and went to the food.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's been something. Like I said, she really has. She's been all about being in your bubble lately.
Yep. After I got off my live, before I laid down, she came over and did the whole face thing again that she did when I'm like, again? Okay. And she's been in her box a lot, but when she's not in that damn box or messing with Onyx, she is like glued to my leg. She's like, speaking of Onyx, of course, directly behind me.
Yes. Talk about having a cat in your ass.
Well, she's not that directly behind me, but if I lean back, she's in the way. She's like right there. Like right there.
Mine is all the way over there on the corner of the bed at where Tim's feet would be.
I turn around and look at the cat. No. Okay, good. She didn't get up. Well, because when I put my hand back, I touched her and woke her up, and I'm like, oh no.
Oh shit.
Annoying cat, activate.
Right?
Activate cuddle kitty. Ah, hell.
You did it anyway, didn't you? Oh shit. As it yawned.
If we don't look, she might just lay back down.
Maybe.
Do not acknowledge the cat in any way.
Right? Oh, he went and made you a cuppa, so maybe your hands will warm up.
That's so sweet, though. He doesn't feel good, and he went and got her something to drink. That's very sweet.
Bless
She'll
him.
annoy the living crap out of me otherwise.
Tickled him. I put my cold hands all over him.
Jackie
I've got no
should
bloody choice in the matter.
just went with the sweet. Should just went with everybody thinking you were sweet, Jack. You ruined it.
Oh well.
Go back to bed, sick man.
Don't worry.
Let's see.
I hope you feel better soon, Jack.
Yeah. I mean, should have just went with the, put cuppa around it. She put the cuppa in her hands, warm her hands up.
No one likes a sick toad. Get better soon.
Wendy's so abusive.
Right?
I've done nothing.
Torturing that poor toad. Wendy!
Go sit down.
Ow! I didn't torture him. I was nice to him. Look, he's a nice toad.
Yeah, it looked like it.
Poor Toad.
Poor
It's like
toad.
she's over there poking him with a stick or something.
I know, right?
Oh.
I've been farting and they're very, very, very snap.
Ew.
Show your fingers.
Yeah.
and roll with them.
Oh.
And that's why you don't get laid, Jack. That right there is why you don't get laid. Stop that kind of kid. God. Oi, put a cork in it.
You're getting spoke to by Cody. She says put a cork in it.
Onyx is like the Instapur kitty. I didn't touch her. My head was like right next to her, and
I know that feeling. I got one that does, or had one that did that. All you had to do is just kind of barely even get next to it, and it just instant.
Yep.
Purrs. I'm like, really?
Well, I can hear my son snoring, so it wasn't him at the door. The door just opened on its own again, I guess.
It wasn't secured.
As long as it's not the inside door, I'm good. The inside door opens, we're gonna have a problem.
But he's not. He was doing the "I'm not touching you" thing, but now he is, and she's like, yeah.
I've just done my wrist.
Gotta love the children.
Right? Only on Tina's channel. I watch domestic violence live.
Right?
Tune in next week. Sunday. Watch the Brits beat the crap out of each other. Oh, that's gross, Jack.
No, we don't do nose picking. Yuck.
Well, this escalated quickly.
Right?
Yeah, because Toad's around. I didn't do anything.
I think he's feeling a little better.
Yeah, sounds it.
Down to your mum's. Leave. I'm telling your mum to take you back. Get out in it.
Best back scratcher ever.
The only thing that could have made it any better is if you found it in purple.
True that.
Yeah.
It's a bear paw.
I know. He's so cute. Cute.
Oh, now you mess with the cat. You made it meow.
I'm not evil. I'm just wicked.
This wicked. There is a difference.
Yes, there is. Evil would have been smacking her in the head with it.
That would have hurt.
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
Well, she likes it because when I play with her with it, they're holes. So like her claw will hook it, and then she can try and get it away, which doesn't work, but she tries.
Toad, wrong hole.
Toad, we need to talk.
Wrong hole.
Ow!
And Wendy, you're not supposed to bite, at least not hard.
And you put your mouth in the wrong place.
And yeah,
Seriously, you guys need sex therapist or something. I don't know.
Got it.
So Toad, are you going to take up macrame?
you have to admit those were some pretty vibrant colors, Wendy.
Yeah, they were horrible colors. Oh. but I give a full 10 for the design and the execution. That took somebody a long time to make.
Really? Seriously?
Yeah. Toad could do it.
Apparently, he's got a lot of time on his hands.
Right?
Yeah, like Torment Wendy.
Yeah.
Well, if Wendy would give it up, he'd be too tired to torment you. Wrong hole.
Made an itch. Thank you. Ah!
Toad, that's not nice.
They flick you that
Ah!
I didn't even flick you that hard, you wench.
Okay, and Mackin, it's supposed to be on the ass, okay?
Yeah. And you're not supposed to hurt yourself.
That too.
She does it every time.
Drawing pictures, I swear.
They need instructions in crayon.
Well, we've been almost 2.5 hours.
You want to end it
Yeah.
already? Well, I hope
So-
everybody lurking has a good day.
For the two that are still hanging loose, y'all have a good day. If it's Danica, best of luck straightening things up. I can't wait for you to get your store open.
Yeah.
Love you, honey.
We want video.
So,
Bye,
talk to
everybody.
everybody later.
Bye,
Bye
everyone.
y'all.